Alexa, play music.
Here's Spotify.
Last year, I quit my job because of burnout. Never in my whole life did I think I'd ended up in this situation, but at the time, I knew I needed a break to figure things out, to think about my life, my career, and what burnout really meant for me. So here I am, documenting everything. I made some tea for today because yesterday I drank coffee after I take my stimulant medication. That did not end well at all. I've made my to-do list for today. I have some work to do. Mainly, I need to update my portfolio and my resume. And I thought I will bring you guys along on today's vlog. Especially, I want to talk about how I ended up in this situation. I'm a disappointment in the family. Also, how I handle burnout and things that I wish I know earlier about burnout. Now, in order to explain how I ended up in this situation, we have to talk about my previous job first. It was a wrong career choice, at least for me. I worked as a graphic designer back in 2023 until 2024 by accident. I have no knowledge, nor do I have any experience when it comes to graphic designing. So I was basically entering an unknown territory at that point, but I thought I will just try it, see if I liked it. Turns out I don't. I think it's not really my niche. I am grateful with the skill that I had. Later, I worked as a freelance graphic designer, but at that time, I know I was slowly developing like a minor burnout. Unfortunately, I just hate everything that I made. I think this is something that a lot of creative people experience. When you don't like the things that you made, there's this some level of hate towards your own art, and that's exactly what I was experiencing in 2024. But I keep pushing myself beyond my limit, which leads us to burnout. I'll talk about it as I'm doing my resume right now. Everyone in their life, one way or another, will experience burnout. The difference is the way we respond to burnout. Burnout is something that I was quite ashamed to talk about at first. When I feel that I'm like working myself out, the way I approach it is by giving myself a negative self-talk, asking myself why I'm being lazy, why I cannot be productive, I'm just being dramatic, why I'm being such a puss. Yes, I am a professional when it comes to a negative self-talk, and I have no experience when it comes to a proper positive encouragement. To the point that like everything that I made is no longer creatively fulfilling. There's no satisfaction on every single design that I made, and I thought this is how you handle burnout. I thought by just ignore it, just keep pushing it through, I'll be okay. Burnout is a signal from your body telling you that you probably need to take a break and you probably need to think about your life. I keep dismissing it until my body just gave up one day. I stopped designing, I stopped editing. The worst part, it started affecting my physical health. I keep ignoring like all this mental stress that I had because the discussion about mental health and work stress is something that we don't really talk about here. There's also many other circumstances that happened during that time that I don't really want to talk about it right now. So even in my personal life, I was dealing with a lot of turbulence, trying to balance everything, trying to fight my burnout when I'm not even doing okay in my own home. I cannot keep living like that. I cannot wake up feeling this huge sense of dread, struggling with anxiety attack. I'm a victim of seeing burnout as a sign of weakness. That's the first mistake that I made. Seeing burnout as a weakness, something that I should ignore. I regretted that. More like, why did I put myself in that position? Okay, I'm hungry. I need to eat something right now. Dude, no cap, I am sweating right now. It's like around 34 degrees. I turned on my AC inside my room, but like outside, okay, it's not boiling hot, but I'm sweating. Also, I don't know why I'm wearing a long sleeve. Anyway, I'm hungry, so I'm gonna cook some ramen right now. I pretty much quit without any plan. I remember the first 2 months after I resigned, I just sleep. I did not do anything productive. My body was demanding the rest that I need. Dude, it's... son of a bitch. I did not give myself a deadline or a timeline because at that time, The only thing that I didn't need to focus on was my recovery from burnout. I gave myself some space to reflect on the situation. Instead judging myself for being lazy, I sat down with myself and asked, what went wrong? What can we do to improve this? Are you okay? Sometimes a simple answer for stress is just a little bit of empathy, surprisingly. Something that I find it difficult, and I believe a lot of people also find this difficult, just being a little bit understanding and empathetic to yourself. That sounds really cheesy, but that's exactly what I do. Listen, at that point, I'm trying everything just so I can recover from burnout. I was planning to go outside to a cafe today, do some work at the cafe, but it's pretty cloudy right now. I think it's gonna rain soon, so we're just gonna stay home today. Maybe I'll go to cafe tomorrow. I still need to finish my portfolio anyway. Okay, I'm done with my resume. I made 3 different resumes, each for one specific job description, sort of like that. What I need to do right now is just to take a photo because I haven't taken a professional photo in quite some time. I'm going to take a professional photo in front of this bookshelf so I will look like an intelligent person. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Oh, all right. Today, I have some admin stuff that I need to do. I need to reply to some emails, fill some documents, and what else? All the admin stuff that I've been avoiding to do for the last few days. So we're going to do that today. And I'm planning to go out a little bit to a cafe and then just relax a little bit over there. It's still pretty hot. It's 32 degree, feels like 34 degree. I don't even want to hang out in the living room because like it's really hot right now. So that's the weather. And I'm just going to finish up my work. Obviously, I was the talk of the town for being unemployed at 24 years old. That's why I said I was a disappointment in the family. But I think after all the stuff that I've gone through, I became a little bit nonchalant about others' opinion. I won't say that I'm immune to it. I definitely feel the pressure and the existential crisis of it. But yet again, everyone are entitled of their own opinion. All I can do is just to keep my heads up and ground myself. All this admin stuff took me an hour and a half to do. But I'm done. There's so many documents that I need to fill. Alright, let's go to cafe, I guess. Let's go! Unfortunately, the audio from this clip is completely destroyed. It was really noisy. So I'm just going to voice over this part. I apologize in advance. But what I was trying to say is, I will not end up in this situation if I was able to set my boundaries from early on. If I able to set the boundaries between myself, my work, and my productivity, maybe I will not end up in this situation. And when I was going through burnout, I was reading this book called Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zavin. I recommended you guys to read this book if you guys are in your 20s. I read this book when I was going through a really bad friendship breakup. But the quote from that book that I think really sum up my experience is, what is a game? It's tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. It's the possibility of infinite rebirth, infinite redemption, the idea that if you keep playing, you could win. No loss is permanent because nothing is permanent ever. Last year, I feel quite ashamed about my decision wanting to take a break. I convinced myself that I'm such a loser, I'm a lazy person, I'm a failure. There's always options in life as long as you keep actively looking for it. Let's say you failed right now, it's not going to determine the rest of your life. For the longest time, I thought there's no second chance in life, so I have to be perfect all the time. But no, there's always second chance as long as you're actively looking for it. The last few years had taught me that life is full of ups and downs, and you should probably be kind to yourself when you're going through a really hard time in your life. The thing is, like, no loss is permanent and no win is permanent ever. You know what? Oh shit, I like that. So yes, after months of breaks, I finally ready to start over. I definitely changed since then. I don't know for the good or for the bad. I hope it's for the good. But one thing that I like to mention is do not compare your pain or your burnout to other people. Some people, it might only take them a week or two to recover from the burnout. Some people take a month or two to recover from the burnout. It took me 6 months to fully recover from burnout. Every individual is different. All of us are dealing with our own personal issues on the other hand, so please do not give yourself another hard time. I definitely have a different approach looking for a job right now compared to 2 years ago that I hope will help me to find a job that will improve myself as a person and as a creative person. So yeah. Alright, I'm sending this email. No more anxiety. I don't even want to think about it, just send it. Wish me luck and let the job hunting arc begin. Let the job hunting arc begin. That sounds better in my head. I apologize. It sounds way better in my head. Here's the thing. The way I cope with my life problem is just like separate it into arcs, into seasons. This is probably a side effect of me watching too much anime and reading too many books. And so far, it's been working. Because if I was going through a bad moment in my life, I'm just thinking, this is just a character development arc, Audrey. You know, maybe we will have a better arc in the future. Who wrote my story, man? Who is the author of my life? Okay, so the question right now is how should I prepare my bookshelf for this? If Daniel Green see my bookshelf right now, he's probably gonna roast me, and you know what? I probably deserve it. Man, looks really weird. I swear to God. Okay, let's just get done with it, I guess.